All right, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining us this afternoon at the Minneapolis Convention Center. My name is Rich Perocha, and the Master of Ceremonies for today's event. Today marks a historic day for the city as we become the first city to receive the Beyond the Yellow Ribbon designation as an organization in the state of Minnesota. Please rise for the arrival of our color guard and remain standing for the national anthem and Pledge of Allegiance, led by Girl Scout Troop 18793.
This is dedicated to all our veterans, yesterday, today, and in the future. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Will the audience please remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Please be seated. The Beyond the Yellow Ribbon is a comprehensive program that creates awareness for the purpose of connecting service members, veterans, and their families with community support, training, services, and resources. To earn the Beyond the Yellow Ribbon company designation, the City of Minneapolis and our team members were required to complete an action plan demonstrating our continued commitment to the service member, veteran, and military-connected families in and outside of the city. The City of Minneapolis is an organization that is home to over 4,000 employees that services 400,000 residents, including nearly 100 veterans internal to its workforce and thousands in the community. To speak more about this great honor, I would like to introduce our city's mayor, Jacob Fry.
Thank you so much, Rich. I am a believer that everyone has the obligation to do whatever it is that they do best to benefit society the most. And people who have not just once, but repeatedly answered a call to service exemplify that mentality. These are people that have decided to stand up and do what is right for their country. Honoring everything that's sacred about America, and that so many of those same people have then come home, back to the city of Minneapolis, and decided to yet again serve a greater good. It means so much to so many people. And when they decide to answer that call to service on multiple occasions, they need to be honored. They need to be honored not just with words, but with actions. And this push to garner this Beyond the Yellow Ribbon designation, which, as was mentioned, the very first city to garner that designation in the state of Minnesota, we wanted to make sure that the 9%, indeed 9% of the 4,000 plus city employees that we have were honored. Again, honored not just with words, but employment opportunities, recognizing that we saw the full scope of the talent and skill that they have accrued over so many years of service. We get many designations in the city, and we like it when we're first. But when those designations come along with supporting the people that make our city incredible, it is especially meaningful. And so I want to take I want to take a moment to just thank each and every one of you who are veterans. I want to thank each and every one of you who work at the city of Minneapolis as well, because service is important, it's essential, and it's not always easy. And I am certain that there are moments, both as a veteran and as a city of Minneapolis employee, where you've thought to yourself, it's going to be hard to get up and do the same work again and again, day after day, on behalf of the 435,000 people of our city and the few more that are in the rest of our country. But you've done it, and we are so deeply appreciative for that work. As a city, we want to lead by example, just like our veteran employees do on a daily basis, and I know there are so many others that are also with us that have led by example. I know that Councilmember Michael Rainville is here with us. Barb O'Brien, who is, I believe, the chair of America, has done some really incredible work to make sure that this honor was not just something that was put on the back burner, but was actually pursued. I want to thank so many people here today, and I'm certain that I'm going to miss several, but Adjutant General Sean Mankey and Taylor Christoph Jones with the National Guard and the entire Minnesota National Guard, the entire National Guard team. I want to thank you for recognizing our city and supporting veterans in all walks of life. I want to give a big thank you as well to our city's HR department and specifically the director, Nikki Odom. I want to thank our COO, Margaret Anderson-Kella, for her work. I see at least 2 DCOOs in the audience as well. And I want to give you our deepest thank you in Laura Mellum and Saray Garnett-Hahuli. Brett Jelly might be at. Brett Jelly is here as well. Okay, and this is where I'm firmly going to miss somebody. And so I apologize to that person or multiple people who we did in fact miss. But I want to thank every veteran that is here with us today. As times increasingly become uncertain, as the world feels like it's swirling around us, the work that our veterans and our military has done for our country is so deeply important, and it needs to be appreciated, not just on a day when we receive a tremendous recognition like this, but each and every day. And so thank you so much. We at the City of Minneapolis are so deeply honored to receive this award. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor Fry. Next, I'd like to invite the Adjutant General, Sean Mankey, with the Minnesota National Guard to share some words.
Hello, everyone, and great afternoon to be here in the city of Minneapolis. As the newest Beyond the Yellow Ribbon organization, the city of Minneapolis will join a network of communities, organizations, and companies and partners across the state of Minnesota committed to our military service members, their families, and our veterans. These organizations, in the Minnesota National Guard, our organization prioritizes people, modernization, and partnerships. Our people are our greatest strength and our most valuable resource, allowing us to perform our mission day in and day out. We invest in our soldiers and airmen, care for their families, and treat everyone in our military community with dignity and respect. We also recruit and retain a diverse and inclusive workforce representative of the state of Minnesota. We stay in step with the active duty Army and Air Force. As they modernize their equipment, we modernize ours. We continue to develop ways to improve and look forward to the future, so we are always ready and always there for any challenges that may arise. Our service members and families depend on the support of Minnesota employers and communities to effectively perform our mission. Therefore, we value our partnerships, including communities, companies, and organizations that comprise the Beyond the Yellow Ribbon networks. It is great to see the city of Minneapolis shares many of these same priorities. The city not only recognizes the needs of our veterans, service members, and their families, but also takes proactive steps to meet them. Its contributions to the Beyond the Yellow Ribbon Network are highly commendable and set a benchmark for others to emulate. Besides hosting events celebrating and recognizing employees with military backgrounds, city staff and members of Veterans Employee Resource Group attend the Minnesota Veterans Career Fair. There they connect with veterans seeking other career opportunities. The city is working on developing an interview selection process to ensure a consistent approach to matching military skills with available positions. Additionally, the city is designing training for all staff involved in resume review, evaluating military experience, translating military skills, and interviewing veteran candidates. The city implements military-friendly organizational policies and procedures. It provides a pay differential for activated reservists and offers paid leave so service members can perform their military duty. Itemized checklists are available for civil service and law enforcement personnel returning from deployment to ensure a seamless administrative reintegration. Employee assistance programs provide employees and family members with 5 free counseling sessions on family separation, stress, depression, and finances. The city of Minneapolis is not just stopping at becoming a Beyond the Yellow Ribbon organization. It is actively working on partnering with other Beyond the Yellow Ribbon community networks to create even more opportunities for involvement. This forward-thinking approach is appreciative for our future military community. So on behalf of the 13,000 Minnesota National Guard soldiers and airmen, we extend a heartfelt congratulations to the city of Minneapolis. We look forward to continuing to partner as we move forward with this opportunity and really want to give you the utmost congratulations for achieving this monumental occasion. Thank you, and we look forward to working together in the future.
Thank you, sir. Next, I'd like to invite our City Operations Officer, Margaret Anderson Kelleher, to the podium to say a few words.
Thank you, Rich. Thank you, Adjutant General Mankey. Well, first I want to say, and thank you to the mayor for being here today. It means a lot. Some of you may keep hearing this term that we are the first, but yet you drive around the state and you see Beyond the Yellow Ribbon in communities. I want to explain. We are the first city government to be designated as Beyond the Yellow Ribbon, which is very special. And I think it deserves a lot of congratulations, particularly Nikki Odom for your leadership on this, Barbara O'Brien, as well as Trudy Kenstead in our office of being able to help shepherd the project through. It means a lot to our employees who are veterans to be able to have this designation, and it also means, I think we cannot even know how much it will mean to our future employees who see that we are designated beyond the yellow ribbon. In my career, I've had the honor of working with many veterans over 30-some years, but that started early for me, and that's because the picture of my grandfather, my maternal grandfather, who served in World War I, was in our house, my uncle who served in World War II, and 3 of my 4 brothers served in the Army National Guard for Minnesota. And in fact, one of them met his spouse that way. So it's very personal for me as well. The skills that veterans bring to our organization are critical. Those skills that they transfer over and that we work to make sure veterans know they can bring to the city of Minneapolis are very important. We are thrilled to have this designation, to be the first city government to be designated as such. And we want you to know, as a veteran, we see you and we honor you and we want to work with you, your family, and your colleagues. So please, we appreciate all you do. Spread it wide and far that this is something that we have achieved together, and we look forward to all that we can continue to do together. Thank you for your service to our country. Thank you for your service to our city.
Thank you, ma'am. Next is Minneapolis Fire Department's Deputy Chief Stefan Swanson to talk about what this means for our city's veterans.
Thank you, Rich. Thank you, Mayor Jacob Fry, distinguished guests, and fellow Minneapolis employees. I would also like to thank all veterans with whom I work with each day. I am also a proud veteran who served in the United States Army for 3 years. Upon my discharge in late 1989, I felt compelled to continue to serve. So at the earliest possible date, I took the Minneapolis Fire Department Civil Service exam and began my career as a firefighter in September of 1991. Proclamations and ceremonies like this are important as they spotlight veterans, their families, the service they provided. And as we all know, this recognition is well-deserved. Veterans are deserving of a place to work that acknowledges what they have already achieved, what they still have to offer, and that their workplace supports them and their families. Well, I'm here to tell you that the city of Minneapolis is just that place. This city is committed to supporting and honoring our veterans. Now, nearly 34 years later, as a senior member of the Minneapolis Fire Department, I get to sit back and observe young people who also serve their country and choose to continue their service as a Minneapolis firefighter. I take great comfort in knowing that the city will be there for them and their families in their time of need, just as it was there for me. I am proud to be standing here today with the city and state leaders, members of the Minnesota National Guard, others in uniform, both past and present. Thank you for your service to your country, and thank you for your service to the city of Minneapolis.
Up next is our Minneapolis Police Department's Assistant Chief, Katie Blackwell, who also has a few words to say.
All right, good afternoon. I'm Katie Blackwell. I am a senior leader in the Minneapolis Police Department, and I proudly serve with the State Adjutant General, Sean Menke, in the Minnesota Army National Guard, 27 years now. Some days I don't know what uniform I should wear, but my retired husband helps me out in that facet. But beyond the yellow ribbon program has truly been a blessing to our service members and their families. I believe they have truly saved lives and their families with the amount of resources and the assistance provided. During my time in the military, I have had the honor to serve alongside many service members, both home and abroad. Wherever the mission was, service members stopped what they were doing, uprooted their lives to serve others in need. And during deployments, service members go through a lot together, and our family, they become our second family for a lifetime. There are a lot of complexities and challenges that service members face between the mission and even more so when they return home. After deployments, we usually return home. Way back in the day when I returned home, the military wanted to give us time off. And they'd say, see you in 90 days, good luck. And it was very difficult and complex for some soldiers to get back into a normal routine of life. So when the Minnesota began the Yellow Ribbon integration, it was a significant deal for our families coming home from deployments to help reintegrate them back into the workforce, to help them reintegrate back into their families. They provided everything from suicide awareness to prevention to assistance, marital, family, and financial counseling. The Beyond the Yellow Ribbon program took it a step further, and something truly special happened. They started to help before, during, and after deployments, and it was nice to depend on community members back home here that were taking care of our families while we were deployed, whether it was a leaky faucet, needing help with mowing the lawn, or shoveling the sidewalks. And it was an honor to have been part of that work group well over a decade ago with city leaders from Minneapolis and community members that came together when the city of Minneapolis became a Beyond the Yellow Ribbon city in 2013. And a sincere thank you to all community members who volunteer and compassionately serve for Beyond the Yellow Ribbon and to help our service members and their families. And really a special thank you to our leaders within the city of Minneapolis, like Mayor Fry, CO Kelleher, and Chief O'Hara. And there's many leaders in here that truly support the Minneapolis Police Department and its 61 current and former service members that, especially when they're deployed. It takes a whole community to ensure this wonderful support continues. Thank you.
Finally, I would like to invite Taylor Christoph Jones to the stage as the Beyond the Yellow Ribbon Corporate Outreach Coordinator to say a few words and lead the proclamation ceremony.
So good afternoon, everyone. My name is Taylor Christoph Jones, and when I'm not singing the national anthem, I am also the Beyond the Yellow Ribbon Corporate Outreach Coordinator. And so I just wanted to take a quick second because this has so many complexities to it that if you're sitting in the audience and scratching your head, wondering yellow ribbon reintegration, Beyond the Yellow Ribbon networks, Beyond the Yellow Ribbon companies, here's how that works. The Yellow Ribbon Reintegration Program started here, and it works with our soldiers who are deploying and their families and provides them all the training and awareness that they need before, during, and after a deployment. While they are gone, we as a community network have a bunch of volunteers who come together to form steering committees around our communities, cities, and counties, and they do fundraising and volunteer deployment to provide those services so that when we get a request for a need, for someone to do lawn care, or someone needs help to, I don't know, pay a bill or find an apartment, or whatever that need is, that first call comes to our program. Our networks, because they are 501c3s, are able to raise money and deploy volunteers. That's their sole thing. They also reach out in the community and do activities in support of our military, both active duty and our veterans. The company program, which you've also heard about today, is where we are for the city of Minneapolis today. They started as one of our community networks with volunteers, and now they are joining our program as an employer. And all of their steering committee is internal, and they work to write great policies and human resources and recruiting and training and development, because their end goal is they want to make this the most friendly for military service members, veterans, and their families to come and work. And that takes conscious effort to create that culture of raising awareness of what it is to serve, and also to ensure that those who do serve or those who are military connected within the agency know that we see you, we are here for you, you are welcome here. So I just want to say how proud I am to have the city of Minneapolis be our first city as an employer to join our program. I think they're going to raise the bar for cities across the state to want to follow in their lead, and this is going to be a really, really great opportunity for our networks and our cities and our companies to come together to form what I like to refer to as our Beyond the Yellow Ribbon Nation. And I wanted to just end by saying, it is because of you we have built a strong, dependable support network for our military community, one that ensures no service member, veteran, or family stands alone. Your efforts, whether organizing events, offering financial assistance, sending care packages, or providing employment and career support, or contributing volunteer hours, create real and lasting change. So now it is my pleasure, if I could have the mayor and Ms. Margaret Anderson Kelleher please come here to the podium. I am going to be reading our state proclamation and then presenting it. So, yep. So this is the actual document, but I have readers, so I needed bigger print. So bear with me. Whereas members of our armed forces make significant sacrifices that must be honored and remembered, and whereas military spouses and family members bear enormous burdens throughout their partner or parents' military service, often doubling day-to-day responsibilities to fill the void of their loved one's absence, and whereas organizations across Minnesota show support for our troops with yellow ribbons and flags, symbolizing an enduring network of support for service members, veterans, and their families, which will be in place long after the yellow ribbons are untied. And whereas the Beyond the Yellow Ribbon Company program pays tribute to those organizations with an exceptional record of caring, commitment, and compassion for service members, veterans, and their families through various programs, policies, and public works. And whereas, because of the efforts of the employees of the City of Minneapolis, service members, veterans, and their families enjoy peace of mind knowing they have the love and support of people in Minnesota. And whereas it is with this commitment to caring that the City of Minneapolis will serve with honor and distinction as a Beyond the Yellow Ribbon organization. Now, therefore, I, Tim Walz, Governor of Minnesota, do hereby proclaim the City of Minneapolis to be a Beyond the Yellow Ribbon organization. Signed this day on the 29th of October. And so I would like to say on behalf of the governor and our Beyond the Yellow Ribbon program, congratulations, City of Minneapolis. You did it!
Thank you so much. Wow.
Thank you, Sarah. Thank you.
I gotta say, this is the first time I've ever had a proclamation delivered to me as opposed to the opposite. It's
Do you want to have the other proclamation too?
And we have another proclamation here, and I will just sort of read the final lines as they are nearly identical to the one you just heard. Whereas the City of Minneapolis is proud to receive a Beyond the Yellow Ribbon designation and reaffirms our ongoing support for military employees to build a stronger, more compassionate, equitable, and inclusive workplace. Now, therefore, I, Jacob Fry, Mayor of the City of Minneapolis, do hereby proclaim November 7th, 2024 as Beyond the Yellow Ribbon Day in the City of Minneapolis. Thank you all for your support.
Can we just have one more photo? Steph, can you come join us, please? Wait for me. Thank you. Represent the colors.
See you okay?
I got it.
Okay. Should we stand in front, right? Microphone's on. I don't know what camera. Okay.
you, guys.
Thank you.
And then you're going to sign.
Am I signing?
Yes.
Yes, so next you'll do
So-
the ESGR assignment.
Yes. There.
No, we can do it here. That's fine. Hi, my name's Chad Sackett. I'm the state chair for employer support of the Garden Reserve. Many of you probably heard it just called ESGR. We're here, we exist to help companies and service members understand their rights and responsibilities under the Uniform Services Employment and Reemployment Rights Act, along with understanding and valuing the service that veterans bring to the workplace and active service members bring to the workplace. And so we have a statement of support that companies can sign that's a very public way to explain, very public way to demonstrate that support. And so we're going to have this signing today, and I'll read through it real quick. I also have Jack Grams with us here from Employer Support of the Garden Reserve, who's our awards director. But this basically states what the city of Minneapolis is kind of agrees to, but they're already exceeding this. It's a non-binding document. But basically, the statement of support says, we recognize the Garden Reserve are essential to the strength of our nation and the well-being of our communities. In the highest American tradition, the patriotic men and women of the Garden Reserve serve voluntarily in an honorable and vital profession. They train and respond to their community and their country in a time of need. They deserve the support of every segment of our society. If these volunteer forces are to continue to serve our nation, increased public understanding is required of the essential role of the Garden Reserve in preserving our national security. Therefore, we join with other employers in pledging that we fully recognize, honor, and comply with the Uniform Services Employment and Reemployment Rights Act. We will provide our managers and supervisors with the tools they need to effectively manage those employees who serve in the Garden Reserve. We appreciate the values, leadership, and unique skills service members bring to the workforce and will encourage opportunities to employ guardsmen, reservists, transitioning service members, and veterans. We will continually recognize and support our country's service members and their families in peace and crisis and in war. With that, Mayor, we did bring 3 copies if you'd like to sign all 3. And there's yours to keep at the end. Yeah.
Veterans come with a backup plan. That's right. Official. Thank you so much, everybody.
You guys are just too darn cute.
So you tell me, what's the difference between brown and the green?
So this is her first year as a brownie.
Okay.
And this is my first year as a junior. So you have 2 years to be brownie, you have 2 years to be a junior.
Okay, that makes
So
sense.
we're
That makes sense, okay.
Again, thank you.
Yep. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.
Yep.
Please rise for the retiring of the colors. All right. Thank you all for joining us today to honor the city of Minneapolis and receiving this designation. Join us in retiring our colors, which we have, after which you can join us for light refreshments in the auditorium and have a great day. Thank you.